Hello, I've been inspired by just watching Matt, aka Rambo Raff, for Life's videos on his DVD collection, so I thought I would do a few videos on my collection, although not as impressive as Matt's. Mine are all generally one or two genres, so it's a bit different, I guess. So we'll get started with my Olivier Gruner collection. So we have Angel Town. This is the German version. It has a trailer, a making of, and inside I made this little DVD, Angel Town Extras. I used to have the VHS version, and on that was some extra scenes. Certain scenes were changed in certain versions, like in this version there's less nudity, it's less violent than the old VHS version, so I kind of got those scenes, put them onto here, as well as the VHS version had an intro by Olivier Gruner, just introducing you to the film and stuff like that, so a few little extras there. So that's Angel Town. Next we have Nemesis, which actually, back in a second, actually have the Nemesis, the complete saga, which is, it's a German DVD set. Comes with all 4 Nemesis films. So you've got Nemesis 1, which has five discs. It has the film in widescreen plus bonus material. Bonus disc 1, the director's cut of the film and the Japanese version of the film. That's just the film itself in 178 widescreen. And this is bonus disc 2, more bonus material, and also the soundtrack. So yeah, there's a lot of bonus material in this one. You've got audio commentaries, documentaries and all sorts. Nemesis 2, which doesn't star Olivier Gruner. This has 2 discs, the film in widescreen and the bonus materials, interviews, etc. Nemesis 3, also not starring Olivier Gruner, starring Sue Price. Pretty much the same, film and bonus features. And Nemesis 4, film and bonus features yet again. It also comes with a little booklet of interviews to do with the director and actors from the film, little facts about the film. It's all in German, so if you can speak German, that's great. I have no very limited German, so I can't read it, but maybe one day if I've got nothing else to do, I might translate it using a German dictionary or something. I'm a bit sad like that. So yeah, that's Nemesis. Next we have Savat, a really good Olivier Gruner film, directed by Isaac Florentine. Yeah, big fan of Savat. Then we have Automatic, which is okay. It's alright. The best part of the film that I think is it gets better towards the end, I think. He basically plays a robot who becomes more human, starts fighting against his creators. It's a good story, and Olivier Gruner's really good at acting in that robotic style. I'm not being funny there. He genuinely makes a good robot. A bit like Van Damme in Universal Soldier. We have Mercenary, starring Olivier Gruner and John Ritter. The best bit of this film is, I think, the start, where he rescues a young Jamie Presley from a gang of bikers. He shows off his martial arts skill, whereas in the rest of the film it's more of a kind of a Rambo style film. Doesn't really show his martial arts abilities a lot. I've got this film starring Olivier Gruner, a strange film called The White Pony. I found this one for cheap. It's a family film about a girl who gets a job at her uncle's farm, encounters a magical leprechaun, and brings a fairy tale princess back to life, all in search of a beautiful white pony. Olivier Gruner plays her dad. He does no martial arts in it. And it also stars as the leprechaun Warwick Davis, who was in Willow and who played Wicked the Ewok in the Star Wars films. Other Olivier Gruner films, we have The Last Line of Defense, a alien film. He plays the leader of a elite team of soldiers who have basically get sent into this town to take out an alien. It's quite a good film. Stars Olivier Gruner, Brad Dourif. The special effects of the alien are a bit lacking, but other than that, it's quite a good film. And they made a sequel called They Have Returned. Once again, starring Olivier Gruner. It's quite a good film, not bad at all. A lot more action than the first one. So that's They Have Returned. An elite aviation force, a deadly alien enemy, only one winner. And I've got the Circuit complete collection. So there you have the Circuit, which stars Olivier Gruner, I think Jalma, he's in it, I think Lauren Avedon. The Circuit 2, where he shaves his hair off, it's quite badass. And the Circuit 3, Street Monk. Not really a huge fan of the Circuit films. They're a bit cheap. Like in the first one, there's guys firing guns and they're making the noise of guns, but there's actually no indication that the guns are firing. There's no like explosions coming out the end. No, so it's a bit cheap, but they're okay. I mean, Olivier Gruner shows his stuff, so they're not too bad. Could be worse. Then we've got our Van Damme films, which we've been through before in a previous video, so I won't go through them again, except I've added a few more to the collection at the end here. Don't know if I mentioned Six Bullets last time. That's a decent film. I quite enjoyed Six Bullets. Still, we've got the zombie face Van Damme though, so we're still not back to the old style Van Damme, which is unfortunate. Will we ever see that guy again? UFO, barely worth mentioning, starring his daughter. He has about a 5-minute cameo. He gets killed. I wouldn't bother wasting your time with that one. You have Swelter, which is not very good, not very interesting. Van Damme's in it, plays a very minor character. I will say he looks quite cool in it. He looks really cool. It's a good look that he's got in this film with his shades and his jacket. His hair looks good. So unfortunately, he plays a nothing character. Disappointing. We have Enemies Closer, which is quite fun. This is Van Damme playing against type. Plays a bad guy. He's not his usual I love myself Van Damme type. He's really made himself look quite ugly. He's quite ugly in this one, which is cool. You know, he's different, and he's really good at playing the bad guy. He's really quite chilling, nasty guy in this one. Good film, directed by Peter Hyams, so he's a good director, unlike his son. And then we've got Welcome to the Jungle, which I found quite amusing actually, up to a certain point, and then I kind of got sick of it. It got a bit silly when the different groups kind of created different factions in the jungle. It was like, it just got a bit silly. But the best thing about it, of course, is Jean-Claude. He's in it at the start, not in the middle, then reappears back at the end. He's really funny in it, playing a kind of a parody of his old Van Damme persona. Next we have our Marc Dacascos collection. So we have Only the Strong, includes full screen and widescreen versions. One of Marc Dacascos' best films. We've got Kickboxer 5, in which Marc Dacascos plays the friend of David Sloan, the character from Kickboxer 2, 3 and 4. In this one, David Sloan gets killed. Yeah, he gets killed. And so his friend Matt Reeves, Marc Dacascos, basically sets out to avenge his death. It's kind of a bit of a piss really, that the whole Kickboxer saga pisses me off, to be honest. I mean, don't get me started. Tong Po gets away with murder. Kickboxer 4, he runs off, he's alive. The hero of Kickboxer 1, Van Damme, he gets killed in Kickboxer 2. Hero of Kickboxer 2, 3 and 4 gets killed in Kickboxer 5. Meanwhile, Tong Po's still out there somewhere. I don't like that. I like to see more villains get their comeuppance. And we also have Double Dragon, which is it's a time waster. We have Sanctuary, which has a cool cover. Also, I like the tagline: "Beneath the corridors of power, men without faces deploy operatives that don't exist on missions that never happen." It's quite a cool tagline. Boring film. Drive, excellent film. This version has the it's a director's cut featuring 16 minutes of previously unseen footage, original theatrical soundtrack, photo galleries, feature-length audio commentary, I believe by the main actors. Could be wrong about that. Deleted scenes and a documentary, The Force Behind the Storm documentary, and trailers. So that's a lot of special features. Good film. And Crying Freeman, one of Marc Dacascos' best films. Really good adaptation of a manga, anime and a manga. I believe this has a 2-disc version in Germany, which I haven't got. Would like to get that sometime maybe. So, yeah, and 3 more Marc Dacascos films. I haven't got every Marc Dacascos film. We also have Alien Agent, which I quite liked. Brotherhood of the Wolf, which is I think a really good film, really well directed by the director of Crying Freeman, Christoph Gans. And No Code of Conduct, a film which I quite like, starring Martin Sheen, Charlie Sheen and Marc Dacascos. So that's my small Marc Dacascos collection. Oh yeah, we have another Van Damme film here, Pound of Flesh, which was hyped up to the max, really hyped up this one big time, saying it was a return to the old Van Damme. I was disappointed in that. It was all just, it was his brother character, who was a preacher, was in it too much. He was boring. Van Damme's the old stony face, no emotions type that you get a bit sick of. Not very likeable. I mean, Van Damme needs to stop making films with Ernie Barbarash. The guy does nothing for me. He's not a good director. He makes his films look all washed out, like yellow. It looks like everyone's got jaundice. Yeah, disappointing. So yeah, that's my collection so far. We'll continue another time. Okay, thanks for watching. Goodbye.